some money online. You better listen to a mentor friend of mine. Well, pretty soon you're gonna know this song, as well as Dan Rain's Pretty Pink Thong. Adele is gonna teach you some skill until you've made your first $10 bill. It's the only place to be this year. That's the 30-day challenge. That's the 30-day challenge online.
Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do it again, okay? Now follow the words on the screen. Are you ready? Here we go.
If you wanna make some money online, you better listen to a mentor friend of mine. Well, pretty soon you're gonna know this song, as well as Dan Rain's Pretty Pink Thong. Adele is gonna teach you some skill until you've made your first $10 bill. It's the only place to be this year. That's the 30-day challenge. That's the 30-day challenge online.
Oh, super smooth there. Welcome everybody to this Sunday night in the United States, Monday morning in Australia, and at a forsaken hour for Asbjorn there. Thank you all for joining us, and happy Father's Day to all you Northern Hemisphere Father's Days. We get ripped here in Australia. Our Father's Day isn't until September. I remember one horrific year when we were living in London is that I missed Father's Day in both Australia and the Northern Hemisphere. It sucked, but hey, what can you do? So, big show for you. Even got show notes. Woohoo! And as always, we want to keep these nice and brief because, as you might have noticed, we've started piling on the lessons. So I want to show where we're at and give you some updates and the latest news and a little bit of editorial commentary as well, just for fun. I see we've got Rick Butts there on the call, so you know, might as well tap some people up while we're at it. Right. First thing that I want to talk to you about is the sign-ups for the 30-day challenge this year, just to give you a bit of information. In the past week, we've had more people sign up for the 30-day challenge than we did that participated in the entire first 2 years of the 30-day challenge, which to me is extraordinary. And I can only thank you guys very much for helping spread the word. And also thank good old Web 2.0. Hey, lucky Web 2.0 stuff doesn't work, because boy, it's not working really well for us. So it's brilliant, and welcome if you're new. There are a lot of people who are on live. We've got 90 or so of you live, which welcome. Thank you very much for making the effort, really appreciate it. And we have a few thousand watch after the fact, which is wonderful as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spreading the word. Continue to spread the word. I think hopefully you can see over the past week the way that we're able to teach this year, thanks to the brilliance that is ScreenFlow. And I must give a special pat on the back to the Vara Software boys and girls, because they took out the best Mac software program of the year at Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference. And if any of you have used it, they thoroughly deserve the award. And it's a brilliant piece of software, and as you guys have seen, it allows us to teach in a way that makes things so much better. So I'm really excited about this year just from using that, just being able to use that amazing tool, because we can deliver training in a whole new way, a way you guys haven't been able to, you're able to follow along in a way that you haven't been able to follow along before. And I've also got to mention the impact of the Ustream television to the 30-day challenge as well, because you can see when I started experimenting with live television, and when we started to see a huge uptick in traffic, same day. And I've got to do a special shout out to the folks at Ustream who have done some amazing things and putting us on special servers and things like that, and really appreciate that as well as the team at Flock. We've had a little bit of an impact with Flock, which is fantastic, and it's a great browser, and I think you're starting to see how good it is as a browser. And let me tell you, you haven't seen anything yet. But they've been so helpful in the 30-day challenge forums and in replies and responses. The only thing is that Twitter bar thing, but we'll come back to that. We'll talk about that later. But thank you so much for helping and being part of that. This thing is getting so huge, it's making an impact, and I'm extremely humbled and thrilled to be part of what is going to be something very, very extraordinary this year. So let me review my notes here. Next one, show lessons. I wanted just to do this, and we'll go live to my desktop because I want to show you where all the lessons are, because you might have noticed we slipped up not one, not two, but 3 new lessons at the start of the weekend. Huge thank you to Team Edge. You know who you are, because the team that we've got working to make all this 30-day challenge happen this year is extraordinary, and I think you're seeing the benefits of that. So let's go live to my desktop. I'll just move things around here a little bit, just a little bit of house cleaning here. Where are we at? Screen capture, and let's just make sure we're all there. There we are. And we'll go to the screen. Okay, so here we are. Oh look, Google Reader. What a fascinating piece of equipment. And I must say, just while we're looking at Google Reader, that I'm going to show something that the most experienced marketers, and hello, I can see a lot of experienced marketers online with us today, it's going to save you an hour a day. An hour a day. A lot of you have seen Google Reader before, but I suspect very few of you have seen, except of course unless you're an Immediate Edge member, have seen how and every person I've shown this to, once you get this trick, it is just extraordinary. You'll never be behind on anything again, because you'll be able to be an absolute master of information. And then when you see how we can leverage that, boy, it will blow your mind. And we are going to show you that later in the week. But what we want to do today is show you, first of all, we're going to go to the 30-day challenge, and the first thing I'm going to show you is just to point out that you can see, here we are, I'm just moving my screen a little bit. I wish I could show you the mouse, but unfortunately I can't. At the very top of your screen there, I'll just move it across here so you can see that little TDC in the top left-hand corner? That is the 30-day challenge toolbar. And if you saw your extensions lesson, which I'm going to show you in a second, you will have installed that 30-day challenge toolbar. And the reason I love it is because if you go right over here, and you'll be able to see this because I'll drop down the menu, you can see the links, and look, your dashboard, your forum, your blog, and your training, including my and Dan's blog, and the Twitter accounts are all there on the toolbar. How sweetie Pete. Other cool things are things like the Flock browser, links to G-Trends, a lot of the tools that we used last year, a lot of the tools that we'll be using this year will be added to this. You can see there's a whole bunch of really nice tools that are on the toolbar. There's also a message menu here when we've got a hot message. We can pump that through. And of course, the latest lessons on preseason training right there in the toolbar. How about that? And of course, link to the 30-day challenge blog as well. So you get all of the information on your 30-day challenge toolbar. And yes, for conspiracy theorists among you, just so we've got total disclosure, believe it or not, if you type a search term in that toolbar there, through the magic of I'm not sure how, we get like 0.0000003 of a cent. And I think if enough of you do it, we may make a total of about $1 a day from that. But didn't want to disclose that we actually do make some money when you use that search thing. Tiny as it is, but we do make some money. Yes, Nail Master, it is a total rip-off. I am sorry. If it makes you feel better, we're taking the money from Google and not from you. Interesting, just as a little tiny sideline to all of this, some of you may wonder, how does Firefox make money when they give everything away for free? When you type in to Firefox, or indeed Flock, or indeed Apple do it too, it's a big money spinner for Apple. When you type money into your Google search bar there, believe it or not, they get paid by Google. Google pays them if people click on the clicks and everything like that. And of course, if you've got millions of browsers out there, that actually ends up being a very serious amount of money. So just wanted to put all of that in context for you. That's how the browser people make money. Thank you very much for coming. And I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'd much rather them make money that way, where they're getting the money off Google, who are making so much money, it's insane, than having to charge you $20 for the browser itself. Makes a lot of sense, I think. So, get it? Make a lot of sense? Oh, they're coming thick and fast. Rick Butts, I know, would have loved that one. Okay, all right. Now, where was I? That's right. In our handy dandy toolbar, you'll see that we have links to dashboard, forum, blog, and training. And of course, which is new, and Dan, who is working, people are asking, where's Dan? Dan is working on some stuff that will so blow you away, it's not funny. And he is flat out. He's also working a lot with the Immediate Edge members, because we've introduced some new stuff in there. So don't worry, he will be here with a vengeance soon. So you can see here we've got our preseason training links, right? How cool is this? So you can see now that we've had the Flock browser, Flock options, installing add-ons, and I want to go to this lesson because I just want to show you what we've added, just so you can see that. Now you can see I'm going to have to log in. Well, I don't have to log in because it's got the quick remember. I love to point this out on this screen. Notice just below the blue button, a lot of people have forgotten their logins from last year. That's how you recover your username and password. So it's a very, very good idea. So let's click the login and be taken to our content. So you can see that there are three lessons in here: speeding up Flock, installing Flock add-ons, and Flock add-ons for the 30-day challenge. And that is very much part of what I wanted to show you today, because some of these are very, 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 very cool tools. And just to remind you again, and I'll just highlight over it here so you can see the little yellow box, so you can see where I'm clicking. Remember, if you click on that blue link, that will take you to the YouTube streaming video. We've got you covered always to Sunday here at the 30-day challenge this year. You can see here the little SD button, and you'll notice if you hover over it, it even gives you a nice little tip there to right-click and download. This is for people who have limited bandwidth, or they have horrific download quotas like we have here in Australia. that is the one you might want to click. You still get pristine, beautiful quality, it's just smaller. It's also optimized to run on your iPhone and your iPods, which is very, very cool. Standard definition and high definition boffins amongst you, it's not quite standard definition and high definition, but go with us on this because it's a good way to work with me, people. Work with me. High definition is the version of choice for myself, for moi, and this has been designed to work with Apple TV. And if you haven't got Apple TV in the United States, at 260 odd bucks, that's one of the best buys you could get. And it's a brilliant experience watching it. You can download it. What is super cool, and I tweeted this over the weekend, is as Andrew Nez, who is responsible for putting together these amazing pages this year, is actually watching them on his PlayStation 3, because they are PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 compatible. How about that? So, if you're wanting an excuse to go and buy a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, it's for work. It's absolutely for work. It's got nothing to do with Grand Theft Auto 4. Nothing at all. It's to do with doing the 30-day challenge. There you have it. So, and of course, somebody's put up their PSP. Hey, we've got you covered always to Sunday this year. The standard definition version will work beautifully on the PSP. So there you have it, which is very, very spiffy indeed. Now, I just wanted to show you down here, because there's a couple of bits and pieces here. I'm also going to show you YouTube today, because YouTube have done some amazing things as well, which people may not know. So you can see here, and this is what I really wanted to show you, because of some people, you always need to check this related links section. Very, very important, folks, because the Flock add-ons for the 30-day challenge, download the PDF report. We've got a PDF report, and I've got to say the PDF report is very cool. And I'm just going to click on that and load it in, because I can. I'm just going to open that and say yes, thank you. Okay, so I can't get this whole presentation PDF in my browser, so what I will do is I'll just click on one of them here. Now, this is a little bit of the PDF. You can see here, pretty picture. By the way, isn't this Google Global Extension the bomb? Unbelievable. Not only can show you how the Google results look anywhere in the world, it can also show you cities in the United States, which is super crucial. For some of the people will freak out when they discover how different search listings are in Google for, say, San Francisco as to Macon, Georgia, to pick a wonderful town out the back of my thing. Now, this is my favorite part, if I click on this, it takes me to my browser. People are asking, I notice on the chat screen while this is loading up, you how do you get it to do it local? You have to go into the options menu. I haven't shown you that yet, because we'll be showing you how to do that during the challenge. Remember, we're just setting up things here. Look at that. How pimp is that? Your PDF is interactive, and you can get the links straight from that PDF document, which is super duper. Let's have a look at it. Oh, friend feed. What's friend feed? Just the most important thing since Twitter, and maybe then some. There we go. So that's what I wanted to. I wanted to just highlight that part of it for you, because a lot of people were asking, "Where's the report? Where's the report?" And that is a big deal. Don't worry, friend feeds. You're going to get friend feed every way to Sunday. Probably will be next week, because there's no point doing it until you've done a few other things first. and we will show it to you, don't you worry, because it is so powerful, it's scary. Okay, so that was lesson 3. Now again, just to show you here, I'm just going to go up to, I've got so many things open now on this screen, let me just quit a couple of things here. Okay, now again, just to show you the preseason training, we of course have a lesson now on Twitter. You can see that there, which is super cool, and which some of you may not have seen because we did sort of slip it up there. We also have a new Twitter installing lesson with Twirl, and we use oh look, there's Google Reader again, not what I wanted to see this time, but here we are. Oops, sorry, Preseason, Twitter and Twirl, thank you. Here we are. So we can see, so you can also, pardon me, you can go to and learn how to install Twirl as well, which is, and Twirl is, which I haven't got open at the moment, which is naughty of me. We use Twirl to manage Twitter, if that makes sense. And as I've said to you, Twitter is very much the big deal here. Now let's have a look. I'll just bring this across so you can see it. There's my Twirl. And big thank you, Asbjorn, for staying up this late. Very good to see you, mate. It is brilliant. It is just a fantastic client. We're going to show you in more detail how to use it, put all of those things together, because it's very, very powerful, and Twitter is going to be really important. Can't wait to show you some stuff that literally was only launched last week, which will enable you working with teams in Twitter to be so much more effective. It really, really, really is brilliant. So we're going to love that. We truly are. Okay, and of course I have mentioned that Google Reader is going to be super, super important. And for those of you who are girly swats, you'll notice the big trick if you look hard. If you look hard, you'll notice the big trick. But I will tell you all about it in a full-on lesson on Google Reader at the end of the week, this week. Oh, I also wanted to make one mention, here we are, of Toolbar, and I'll actually bring this down here so you can see. Now, you might know I am using the latest version of Flock. Now, if you install, or if you have Toolbar installed and you upgrade Flock, or you initially try to install Toolbar, it gives you a message to say it's incompatible with Flock. And quite rightly, people go, oh, hang on, it's incompatible. Could somebody give a definition of girly swats on the chat forum? You have to watch the young ones. Now, as it turns out, it works a treat. I'm not going to Twitter that because that's completely boring. But the Toolbar there actually works beautifully, and you just click that little green button and it works. I don't know why it's showing that it's incompatible, but that's the thing. They are working on it, and they're going to fix it. And again, it's just amazing part of this community, which shows, you know, how many people have jumped onto the forums and done all of that stuff, which is just brilliant. I just want to again remind you, because so many of you are new. Like I said, we've had more people join the 30-day challenge in the last week than took part in the first 2 challenges. That's right, the first 2 challenges. So there's a lot of new people joining. I just wanted to show you the forum, which is just such a brilliant place. It really does make the 30-day challenge. And you can see here we've got pre-season going on. You can see this. It's a whole bunch of people on the forums as we speak. And this is such a great place. And it's such a great place to hang out. The moderators do a fantastic job, and it just works beautifully. Now, one other thing I might point, notice all these red lines. Oh, keep clicking accidentally. Sorry. Yeah. Right, there we are. Notice all these red lines. Can you see all those red lines here on this page? People may have installed some of the extensions last week, and all of a sudden they're seeing these red lines everywhere. Now, it's not even important to know what these things are at the moment. For those of you who are technically inclined, they show no follow links, which Google, I say allegedly, pays attention to. I doubt that, but that's a discussion for another time. What I want to show you is how to turn those things off. Okay, if you look right at the bottom of the screen, you can see I've just got the yellow. Again, I'm sorry that you don't see a pointer, but if you have a look at SEO, that SEO Firefox button, it's actually got the little picture of the little Firefox thing there. If you click on that, and remember to save your questions, folks, we will have questions later on as well. If you click on that SEO, did you notice that it just, look at that, see, it's on, coloured, it's off, uncoloured. Now, if I just click on 30-day challenge forums here again, and I'll just click into Preseason again, look, notice all those red bars are gone? That's the way to do that. Now, I noticed a few of you as saying in the chat there, I don't see the reason to have Toolbar when I've got Twirl installed. And yeah, I can understand why you say that, but I have to say it's about flow. It's about flow. And what I mean by that is you might come across a very interesting article like this one about Telstra threatening Optus with legal action over iPhone claims, which is very interesting for Australians, not interesting for anybody else. If I'm reading that, if I have to go cut, I'll do it. Option C, back to Twirl, click my shorten URL, click on paste, click shorten, and then click have you seen this iPhone news, and then tweet. Good to see Frank's been out surfing. See all these people, look at all these people saying I want to be famous. Well done, tweet away people. 2 points for Gryffindor for the lot of you. Okay, you can see that's how many steps it took to do that. No, that is Julie reading to Hannah, and I believe it was horse sounds. By the way, in the night garden, Dan Rain, when you're watching this, that is crack for little children. People will not know what I'm talking about, but in the night garden, which is the Teletubbies replacement, is Annabelle is just addicted to it. Now, check this out. If I typed, watch this space indeed, and then just hit boom, done. How about that? It is done. How long did that take? It took nothing. And the reason why, that's why I love Toolbar so much, because it doesn't break me out of my flow. Boom, I've let my friends know, and boom, I'm off to keep reading as I go. So that's why I like it. I think that works very, very well. Where are we? There we are. Okay, back to me. Because you must have missed the sex appeal of this view here. So, maybe a little faster. Are you serious? Jeez, tough crowd. Tough crowd. How did I shorten the URL? The Toolbar does it automatically. And that's why I use that. So let's have another look. Where are we? Let me see. This is the thing. Oh, okay. 2 more things. I just wanted to, and this is sort of a bit off 30-day challenge, but I think it's an interesting topic for people as well. There's been a lot of talk about this thing called probably rather unattractively, forced continuity. And it's an interesting strategy because I suppose in some ways we do what is forced continuity? Well, it's basically something where you sign up and then you're billed on a monthly basis or whatever the term has to be until you say stop and you cancel it. Okay, so Immediate Edge membership is like that. You sign up and it bills you the $97 a month, way too cheap in my humble opinion. And when you cancel, that's it. You cancel and that's done. And it's called forced continuity, which is a rather unattractive term. I suppose where it got the forced continuity is where you have the problem where people sort of get you to do something and then sign you up into a continuity program without telling you. Now that, folks, sucks. It's just stupid. It is just such dumb gutter marketing. And I have to say, like, I recommended, which I still do recommend, a program that Mike Filsaime was sending out. And it was on, it was a whole bunch of reports and things which I think were killer, and I got sent to me, I reviewed them, thought they were great. Now, Mike did have, as part of that process, he did sign you in to a subscription, which was like a $29 subscription, which you could cancel out of. Now, I just called the number. There's a 24-hour number. I called it to check that somebody actually answered and was able to do that. So I went right through it and checked before I sent that out because I wanted to make sure that was clear. And it was very clear. And I absolutely acknowledge that promotion in particular was not everybody's cup of tea, but I just wanted you to contrast it, and I'm not going to mention names because I didn't send out about it, and I won't, and I wouldn't, because there are other promotions going around at the moment where there's not even a word that you're being signed up to something that is going to bill you on a regular basis, and I find that offensive and wrong and a real problem. So you can be assured if I ever send anything out, it's something that we've checked, and I just wanted to put that on the record because it's you being here is very important to me, and I suppose our interactions, I'm only as good as my last email or my last blog post or, heaven forbid, my last Ustream show. That's a worry, and you guys are in control, which is brilliant. And this is the other thing, and it's been a real bee in my bonnet over the last week. Rob Somerville will be going, "Why are you talking about this, Ed?" It's because it's a bee in my bonnet. Because all of you people that are listening to this and are listening to the recording later on, you are in 100% total control. Nobody forces you to do anything. These are words right here. These are words on a page. They're bits. They're little bits of data. They don't live. They don't breathe. With one click, boom, they're gone. No email forces you to do anything. No words on a screen force you to do anything. There is a chemical reaction that goes on inside your brain is the only thing that happens. And thank goodness, nobody in the world has the ability to remote control that chemical reaction. Only you do. So it annoys me when people give up their power and they feel offended and slighted by a promotion, particularly when you're in the business of learning marketing. Now, let me make a distinction. If it's truly offensive marketing, and what I mean by that is it denigrates women, or it's racist, or it's tasteless, or any of those sorts of things, go at it. They deserve to be hung, drawn, quartered, have honey poured over their genitalia, and ants set on them. No problems with that whatsoever. But if it's a hard sell, or people are selling strongly, which I hope you all do in your own respective niche because you love your product, don't give people the power to be offended by that. Get offended by the shit that's happening in the world, folks. Not by words and bits on a computer screen, because you're in control. You know, if somebody's dodgy, or if somebody is a rip-off artist or a scam artist, they've got approximately 5 minutes left. Because with Twitter, and with FriendFeed, and with blogs, and with Ustream, and with YouTube, and with all of these tools, you're the one in control here. You are in control, not me. not any other marketer in the planet. You're in control. So get that through your heads, people. Please. Get it through your heads. You are the people who are in control. It hasn't always been this way. When, as I grew up in my little hometown of Beechworth in Victoria, we had one newspaper, one radio station, and 2 television channels. One of them the ABC. There was a lot of control in those days, because if I wanted to get my viewpoint, if I was offended by something, if I was disturbed by something, what were my mechanisms? Tell my mate next door? Whinge loudly at the pub? That's it. That was it. I had the reach of a 2-year-old. But now, you, and you, and you, and you, all 114 of you listening, you have the reach exactly the same as CBS or NBC. In fact, more, if your idea is viral and carries it. That is why you are in control and nobody else. There. Rant and editorial over. In fact, let's have a 15-second cleanse commercial break while I recover. Alright, we're almost at the end of the recorded part of the show, and we're about to go into questions and answers. So I just wanted to put in one plug, this audacious plug that it is. Dan and I are doing our first ever conference in the United States in late October. Just wanted to put that out there. It's going to be a version 2 of the Over the Edge conference, which we had in Beechworth. And yeah, just thought you'd like to know. Still looking at venues, not exactly sure where it's going to be yet. We are open to offers, and it will be great. So just wanted to get that in before we finish up the broadcast for today. It's going to be a big week in the 30-day challenge, because I think learning about Twitter, which is such a powerful marketing tool when used properly, and I think learning about Google Reader, which will have the most advanced internet marketers in the planet, going, thank you, Ed. Thank you. Where can I send you checks? Okay, they may not be saying that, but they will get it back about an hour a day back in their life. And for people who are brand new, the good news for you is you'll think, wow, of course, it always should have been this easy, which is really cool. So with that, I'm going to end up the recorded portion of this broadcast. If you want to hang around after, we'll just have a quick coffee break. And if you want to hang around, we'll take questions and answers. I'm going to dish the dirt on a bunch of internet marketers in Las Vegas. All will be revealed because it was disturbing, frankly. Utterly disturbing. And we'll just have general questions and answers and so on. So with that, I will thank you very much for attending. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers in the Northern Hemisphere, and hope that you have a great week in Preseason week 3, would you believe? Alright, with that, we will speak to you soon. Have a great week.
If you wanna make some money online, you better listen to a mentor friend of mine. Well, pretty soon you're gonna know this song, as well as Dan Rain's Pretty Pink Thong. Adele is gonna teach you some skill until you've made your first $10 bill. It's the only place to be this year. That's the 30-day challenge. That's the 30-day challenge online.
Okay, boys and girls, we
if you wanna make some money online, you better listen to a mentor friend of mine. Well, pretty soon you're gonna know this song, as well as Dan Rain's pretty pink bong. And Dale is gonna teach you some skill until you've made your first $10 bill. It's the only place to be this year. That's the 30-day challenge.
We'll be back in just a second, folks. My cam twist has decided to bite the big one because, frankly, I was doing something which was abusive to it. Completely my fault, not yours. I still need to do my latte, so don't worry. We won't be. We're not back. We're not back yet. Just wanted to fill in the airtime. So, okay. All right, folks. So we will speak very shortly.